Hey, what's good, heavy hitters? That's right, the devil's back. Just kidding. Uh, you know, I got a partner of mine here on the channel doing it. He really didn't want to come on because he thought, well, I'm not really a gangster and all that. But how many times have you been to the pen?
Twice.
Oh, so non-gangsters go to the pen as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sure do.
So why don't you introduce yourself real quick?
My name is Mark Nobles, 39 years old, from pretty much all over. Military brat, was born in the Philippines, Albuquerque, New Mexico, was elementary school, middle school was North Dakota, high school was Tampa, Florida. Throw a couple more states in there, and now I live in northeastern Ohio, right outside Cleveland. I'm basically a 21-year active heroin user. Started shooting dope when I was 16 years old, and I'm now 39. And been sober next month will be 3 years. So
Yeehaw!
yeah.
One day at a time and no fronts, buddy. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
So, I'm going to be honest with you. If ever I felt like picking up a needle, it's right now, man. I'm going through a breakup. That's why I haven't been on the channel too much. I'm living in a fucking hotel. Thank God I could be of service, man. Yesterday I went to Orange County to get a partner of mine to bring him up here to go to treatment. The day before I went and met somebody at the bus stop. He rode the bus up here to go to treatment, so I get to stay out of myself a little bit, because when I'm stuck with my own to my own demise, it's all bad, bro. Sitting in a hotel room by yourself, and I don't watch porn, so it's not that fun, So you say you're a military brat, Pops moved around quite a bit.
Yeah, both my mom and my dad were in the military. My dad did his full 20 in the Air Force and retired. My mom did 16 years in the Air Force and got out. My dad's an ex-military cop of 20 years. Doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, doesn't do drugs, don't even drink coffee. Hardest thing I've ever seen my dad do is Diet Pepsi. And my mother is a child of the 60s, so that's just what it was.
Right.
I remember watching the family.
Joplin, fucking.
Yeah, the Beatles and all that.
Butterflies,
Yeah, Bob Dylan.
No shit, yeah. Good times, man, good times. But, so, not a gangster. That doesn't mean much, bro, because I'll tell you what, the majority of the people watching this channel, they're not gangsters either, and either was I until I became one.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
I do.
They took a pup, put it in a cage, and turned it into a wolf. You know what I mean? That was on them, I had a huge part in it, obviously, and as you know, by working the steps, that's what we have to look at is our part.
Oh, yeah.
Selfish, self-seeking, inconsiderate, dishonest, and afraid, all those, that's how we get by. That's, that's just how the human, that's what we live on. That's what we thrive on, and when I'm not selfish, self-seeking, inconsiderate, dishonest, and afraid, then I'm just the opposite. Therefore, I'm being of service, and that's where the magic comes in, It's not totally an after prison show. It's not totally a recovery channel. It's just all over the place channel, Sometimes I just get on here and ask for a little wine with my cheese. A little cheese with my wine. So, I try not to get involved in all the gang banging, YouTube gang banging that goes on and all that, because I don't want any part of it, I've made some good friends on this channel, people that I interview, I talk to on a regular basis. Why don't I shut up for a minute and let you tell your story, starting from wherever you want to start at.
All right. I mean, basically, I'm an only child. It was all about me early on. I was given everything that I needed, including most of everything I wanted. I was taken care of by my family. I pretty much just started using drugs when I was 13, smoking them left-handed cigarettes, drinking a little bit, drinking the quarts of Old English, living out there in Florida. And progression happened quick. I started getting caught up in this epidemic that's killing so many people in this nation, in the states, and heck, even the town I live in. I started shooting heroin at 16, and it took off from there. I never looked back, never stuck another drug up my nose after I stuck a needle in my arm.
Why would you?
Yeah, right.
Why waste it?
I was diagnosed with diabetes at 10, so I had a predisposition to and easy access to syringes, so it made it very simple for me. And, as time went on, started pissing away relationships, dropping out of school, the typical dope fiend lean, essentially. And back when I was like 23 in 2003, I caught 4 felonies in Florida: burglary, grand theft, dealing in stolen goods, and possession of heroin. Typical theft and drugs. They mix well together. And I just couldn't stay clean. And eventually they sent me to Florida Department of Corrections for 15 months. And I learned nothing. I was 23 years old. I did a little bit of time. I was young and dumb. I was a jitterbug. We got into a little bit of trouble there, but I just wanted to do my time and get back out. And that's exactly what I did. I left prison with a stack of cash because I finished my last couple months in work release. And within 5 hours, I was shooting dope again. And as time went on,
by 8, in the spoon by noon, on the run by 1, back in the pen by 10.
Yes, pretty much. And that's what I was headed towards.
You checked the Bible in the corner when you left?
Say what?
You checked the Bible in the corner at R&R?
No, they didn't have one. We're in Florida. Not at all. I just grabbed my stuff. Okay, so basically, shooting dope in Tampa as usual. Eventually, I had a cousin who lived out in northeastern Ohio, was like, you want to be a new face in a new place, I'll give you 2 things, a job and a place to live. And I said, okay. I jumped on a Greyhound bus because I didn't particularly want to die out there right away. So I was like, let's do that geographical cure. I took enough heroin with me that I figured would give me the easy come down once I hit Ohio, and everything would be good. Man, by the time I was in Alabama on that Greyhound, I was out of drugs and sick. Progression at its finest.
Yeah.
And
I remember how many, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I remember how many times I've left to Vegas, with a clavo, and this will last us 3 days, you know what I mean? Day 2, you're like, what the fuck? I stole my mom's fentanyl patches, bro.
I mean, when that monster's on my back, sometimes mom has to lose.
Hey,
because nothing else matters. Mom's got to lose. Grandma's Social Security check got to go. And it's a cold thing to say, but that's all that mattered when I was strung out and I needed to get my medicine. I needed to get well.
You paid a high price for that. Your story also consists a little bit of like Requiem for a Dream, right?
Yeah. Actually, in 2017, let's fast forward this. I picked up a prison number in Ohio, but in 2017, I overdosed and I woke up with a busted ankle and, surgeries, this and that. And I kept using, not following doctor's orders. And eventually infection set in and they amputated my leg. Below the knee, I'm a right leg, below knee amputee. And I walk with a prosthetic leg now. Crazy thing is in all that mayhem, I ended up picking up some misdemeanor charges. And at that point in my life, I had nowhere to go. I had one leg. And I had nowhere to go. So I turned myself into the county jail. I mean, it's, I need to sit it down for a little bit. And that's where I sat for 6 months for for a misdemeanor. And that's where I surrendered. You know, I looked around, I was talking to God, to whomever, and excuse me, and I came to the understanding is I can still have a relatively decent quality of life, because I was at the point where I prayed for death and it wasn't happening. I was just living in the misery, and it wasn't happening quickly. I was losing piece by piece. But if I stop now, I can still have a relatively good quality of life. So I figured I would try something different, maybe take some suggestions, because, you know, over the years I've been to treatment, I've multiple, and I just did what Mark wanted to do. And after 21 years, I'd had my teeth kicked in enough. And in that county jail, I learned how to walk. For 3 of those 6 months I spent in there, I was in a wheelchair, you know, showering on the nasty, you know, putting the towel down on the shower benches, and, you know, the whole new experience. And my prosthetic was built while I was in county jail. They let me go on furloughs, and I learned how to walk in the Geauga County Jail. And which very easy, very level, there's not black ice in the middle of the jail. You know, it's pretty nice. And it was a small county jail, so I got a lot of support from the staff. But when my 6 months was up, I didn't know where to go, what to do. I went to a treatment center in Akron, just burning up more time, because eventually I'm going to be homeless.
Can I just stay a few more months? You're feeding
Right. Yeah. You know, my canteen stayed, my commissary stayed full, shebangs on deck, you know, this and that. And squeezed cheese was flowing from the heavens. But eventually I went to treatment for 3 more months. And along the way, I found this, it's a men's recovery house, and that's where I'm at currently. All I was looking for, I didn't have a job, I didn't have any money, I had nothing to put down. And I remember my buddy telling me about it. He's like, look, I don't know where you sit with all this. It's like a Christ-centered home. And I'm like, look, man, I need a place to go.
Beans and rice and Jesus Christ.
Yes, beans and rice and Jesus Christ. But I was like, I need a place to go right now. So I came in and I interviewed. And, you know, the thing is they're like, look, we're like family here. You know what I mean? I said, my mom lives in Florida, and I haven't talked to my dad since 2015 due to my own decisions that I've made in life. And they said, all right, we're like brothers. Do you understand? And I said, no, I'm an only child. I don't. And I have this fear of letting people near me because I hurt people. Just stay back. You know, I'm a wrecking ball at this point, and I didn't want anyone near me. But they said, are you willing? Are you willing to try this? And I said, absolutely. I need a place to go, and I am willing. And
I need a place to go.
I didn't tell them that off the rip, but you know, I was honest, because they're like, what do you want from this place? And I said, I want to learn how to live again. I'm 37 years old, and I've spent over half my life shooting dope. I don't know how to live properly at all. I mean, I figured I'd be dead or locked up doing the installment plan. That was just what was my destiny.
And didn't really care which one happened, huh?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was hoping it'd go out quicker personally, but that was just where I was at.
You know,
And I got here and I did some work, and some miracles happened along the way. You know, obviously my leg didn't grow back. I'm still an amputee. Some great things is I've built relationships with the men that live in this house. Beautiful home in Willoughby, Ohio. It's beautiful. It's 5,000 square feet. 4 people live in it. And now the house manager of the place, the guy, and I tried to get out of that. My sponsor's like, you're going to do that job, Mark. The guy that doesn't want to work with people is now forced to. Beautiful. That's what you need. Get out of your comfort zone. But I got a job. I'm a CNC machinist, kept the same job the whole time. I remember talking to the boss, and he's like, you know, what are you going to do? And I'm scared. What do you want from me? I got 7 felonies, 2 prison numbers, and 1 leg. This does not read on a resume like we need this guy on our team.
right?
And he's like, I believe in forgiveness and grace. And some of us need second chances, third chances, and even fourth chances. And I said, yeah, that's me. I am your guy right here for that. And he said, okay, and we're going to give you a chance. And that's what they did. And I have remained in that job the whole time.